Hi everybody, hi from SV House. We came together because we would like to provide you with some tips on how to prepare for your stay in Silicon Valley. So my questions to the guys and to myself is what should European startupists, for what shall European startupists prepare when he's going to Silicon Valley, to Bay Area? If he goes for 1 month and if he goes for 3 months, what do you think is achievable in this period and how he can prepare for that? So Martin, if you can start.
Well, I find focus on building the network and community very important. Don't expect to make huge business, find investors in the first month, and don't get frustrated if it does not work. Instead of that, focus on finding people who might help you to meet other people. Focus on building network of supporters, friends, potential customers, anyone who can provide you valuable feedback on what you're doing. Show them your idea, but don't focus on pitching. Rather, listen very carefully what they say and keep that in mind when working on your product. I think these networks are also very valuable for to keep on on longer distance. These people you'll need them even when you're back with your team back in Europe or wherever else in Europe.
Thank you. Then Danko, what are your thoughts or your ideas?
Well, I'm here for the product part of the team, and I think I will connect to Martin with talking to people, listening to them very closely. If you can just bring your MVP, bring parts of your product, and it might be very surprising to talk to people in the US. This is a totally different culture, and it might be very beneficial for you. So my suggestion is spend a good time on reviewing the product with the potential users. And this might be very helpful even if you're planning to launch your product outside of United States, because Americans, they don't have trouble talking to strangers. They're very open. They like to review stuff. So I think that could be one of my first advices.
Okay, thank you. I continue with Kuba.
Yeah, it's like from my perspective or my experience, it's like the most important thing is to know in advance where you're gonna live, where you're gonna work, what you're gonna eat. Because if you don't know if there is a fast internet, if you don't know where is the nearest like a shop you can buy some good stuff for good price, it's complicating your life, and also it's complicating your product development, and all the you are missing all the stuff you can do instead of finding shop or finding new house to live.
Yeah, thank you. And from a perspective, I think that there is pretty high concentration of clever people around Bay Area, San Francisco, San Jose, and around. And these people came here to work on their startups, or these people are investors or somehow involved in ed tech startups companies. And so my advice would be just go out, try to meet people, try to meet relevant people for your business, try to meet investors, but rather validate the idea with them instead of pitching them and trying to get money as soon as possible. So it's not the idea is not to avoid investor or talking to them or even pitching to them, but rather be more, listen more, try to talk to people, but also accept the feedback they are offering you, because as I said, the people know a lot about business. They can help you to improve your business model, then they can help you to fine-tune your product, and they are just giving you valuable advices where you can probably get in other places. And also interesting advice could be that even your competitors could be helpful. So really try to specify or find people which are relevant to you, competition, investors which are active in the field you are doing business, some other companies that could be your partners or providers of some services to you, and talk to these people, go out, meet them, and get the feedback. And that would be my advice. And as the question was like 1 month versus 3 months, so maybe we should distinguish these two periods. So again, if you can give your ideas, if you go just for 1 month, what to do, and if you stay for 3 months, which is obviously a longer period, how you can change your behavior.
I think still the appreciation of the community is super important, because these people then can give you a good feedback on the way you reworked your product, and like you keep going on with, you know, pretty validated learning. Still, you know, the first month you did not really come to change the world with your product. So keep your humble approach, keep your modest approach. People love to give you feedback, but everyone is pretty down to earth. So don't think you're master of the universe. Mm-hmm. So I think that's pretty important.
Mm-hmm. I think there's one of the differences I found between a one month or 3 month stay is, if I would go here for just 1 month, I will try to schedule as much appointment as possible. And for both, I think very good plan, setting up goals which you want to achieve here could be also very, very good in preparation. But really the difference for me, 1 month stay is just like trying to soak into the Silicon Valley, try to learn more about Americans, American culture, try to learn how to speak to them. That could be one of the learning goals, because as Martin suggests, first month trip for me is just one of many others that should follow. So you should also try to set up a network that will make you feel more comfortable when you come back. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Any comments?
If I can, it's very important to focus, and as you said, like schedule your time before you come, but make sure you have part of the time just like free for free exploration. You'll never know what you find out. You never know what you discover. This time is super important for you to change the lens, but change the focus. Because if you come, a very specific focus is important to know why you're here, what you want to do, what you want to achieve. But you will never change your focus, your lens, if you just keep going the same way in the same lens. Mm-hmm. So make sure you see things from other points of view. And also, it's very important to understand not just what you can learn from this environment, and it's a huge pile of knowledge and mindset, very inspirational. You learn more about what you can bring, and that's also very important. What's missing here, because this is also a specific culture with a specific mindset, and we all can bring some new values and new adds up.
Yeah, totally agree. And from my perspective, I think that both periods are super short. Like, even though 3 months can seem as a long time, it flies so fast. And for me, just the first month is kind of trip. It's not really like stay, because you arrive, as Kuba said, you have to deal with your housing. You're learning where to shop food, etc., etc.
Meeting first people, like making circles.
So the first month is over so quickly. And my suggestion would be just to create the network, as it was mentioned a couple times, and prepare the field for your comeback, because you can't do really big business in 1 month. You can talk to people to see if they like your product. They can give you some advice you can work on once you go back. But again, like, be out, try to get as do user testing, try to get as much feedback as possible. Maybe don't work that much on that product or creating the features. Keep it when you are back home, and try to prepare the network so you can come back sooner or later. And if you stay for 3 months, then you can do the user testing, you can focus on your product, create a specification, and even code. Yeah, like both periods are short, so be as effective as possible, and really time management is the key thing here.
Yeah, I think like if you are coming back after 3 months and you didn't have like investor, but you have like bunch of contacts or like the people who can advise you something, it's better, and you can still come back and do it better.
And and I think like it might sound vague, but like people here are not just contacts, they're not just providers of the feedback, but it's real personalities with from who you can learn a lot. So appreciate your friendships and provide some great time for your friends, which for us is super important, and we learned a lot out of this.
I think that's also like important thing. I don't know if somebody's already mentioned it, but it's like don't be just focused. Be focused on your work, but don't be just focused on your work. Don't just be in your office or in your house. Go out, meet people out, because you don't know who can meet on the beach, who can meet on surfing lesson, or
in the club, at cafes, anywhere in the park, jogging on the streets.
And also it's like good not to be all the time with same people, because if you are spending too much time with same people, your like ideas are same,
Circle.
and there is nothing new coming. It's good to like go out, meet other people, they like and enrich you, and that's about it.
All right, I think we covered many areas, and if you are fine what we said, I think that's it.
So thank you for watching.
Thank you
Thanks.
for watching. Bye.